Hello, welcome back to some more Rune Factory 5! Yeah, welcome to MRS Plays, one channel out of, I assume, many that cannot get a consistent intro. Even if I try to do so.
I hope it comes out okay.
Oh? Is that an Azura that I hear? Hold on a second, something weird's happening here. Why is... Hold. Wait, why am I in suggestions room? I'm not supposed to be in suggestions room. Why, yes, I am doing recordings.
Oh.
I figured I have to record some runes, so I decided, hey, let's record some runes.
Okay.
Today is a day of all sorts of recordings. I did that new zombie game. I kind of want to play through the demo again. It was interesting and nice, and maybe if I play it again, I'll do better. I could definitely see I could definitely see a few places here and there where they could have done better, but I mean, it's just the demo right now. Like, obviously the main appeal of that game is, like, looking through the people, telling for signs of zombieism and whatnot. And, like, when the person comes into the checkpoint, into the quarantine zone, they say a voice line. But there's like 4 different voice lines they could say. And sometimes they say, oh, you know, disregard this thing, whatever, I just have allergies, or whatever. It's like, oh, I was bitten by a dog. Or something. But they could say, I was bitten by a dog, and not have a visible bite mark. Like, this one person had said the line, and so I was, like, just searching and searching to try to find this bite mark that they mentioned. I eventually turned on the UV lights. Yeah, they had a bite mark on their face that was only visible in UV light that I probably wouldn't have wound up checking if they hadn't said that they were bitten.
So now you know you have to check with basically every tool.
Yeah. Like, I mentioned at one point, like, so, like, at first you get, like, this, like, see-through clothes, but not underwear thing. So, you can just, you know, check the body for signs like bites, bruising, cuts, etc. Without them having to just, like, oh, take off your clothes. Okay, now put your clothes back on. Like, no, you just scan through the clothes instead. Because, like, in a more realistic scenario, it'd be like, okay, you know, like, take off your shirt, okay, roll up your pants, whatever. Where this is just like, no, let's just scan through the clothes, because that's a lot easier to, like, implement in a game. And, like, I'm willing to accept that as a thing. Like, sure, they use some technology to make it easier to, like, program the game. Sure, that's fine, whatever.
Okay, and?
So what is it? The second tool is a stethoscope that has a little monitor on it, so you can check for breathing. And that one you have to listen really closely for, because normal breathing sounds slightly ragged. Either normal breathing sounds slightly ragged, or every single person I used the stethoscope on really should have been one step more dangerous than I had thought.
You're big and strong, okay?
What's
Hope it comes out okay.
the third tool? Was that the temperature and pulse? Yeah, tool number 3, temperature and pulse. In one little tool, you just point it somewhere on their body. I mean, usually just like the forehead, whatever. Thing would be anywhere, and it tells you their pulse and their temperature, which like changes. Like, you can watch if someone has like the hiccups, like their pulse goes up like as they hiccup.
Mm-hmm.
So it even tells you like, oh, there are some false positives. Like if they have hiccups, their pulse can be a bit elevated. But, like this one person I checked, no other symptoms. No coughing, no bite marks, no bruises, no cuts. Lungs seemed fine. Scans revealed nothing at all, not even freckles. I checked their temperature. The temperature was fine. Their pulse was like 205.
Watering time.
And it's like, buddy, even if you're not infected, you're gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if your resting heart rate is over 200, I think you're gonna die. I don't know. I didn't do well in biology.
And that's why you never became a doctor.
I hope it comes out okay.
Well, that and lack of access to a TARDIS. And a proclivity towards apples. So,
Watering time.
What are you talking about? You don't use Apple products.
So, Azura, do you remember what the fourth tool that I had was? Here's a hint, I only used it on a few people.
Here's another hint. You already mentioned it, the UV tool.
No, that's part of the flashlight. That's, like, not one of, like, the tools.
Oh.
Yeah, when you get, like, the scanner thing, you also get a flashlight that has a UV in it. But, like, the other tools, like, that require buttons, like, the scanner is 1, the stethoscope is 2, the temperature and pulse tool is 3. Do you remember what 4 was?
No.
A gun!
I hope it comes out
Oh.
okay.
Yeah, you can just get a gun. Yeah, I've seen some clips of people playing the game, and it's like, yeah, I think this... Yeah, reasonably certain this person is infected. They have a bite wound. Just pull out the gun and shoot them.
Strong, okay?
Which I think you get more money by shooting them than you do by sending them to liquidation. I'm not 100% certain. Liquidation just sends them to a room where they get shot. But there doesn't seem to be any benefit for using liquidation over just shooting them. Especially since if you send them to liquidation, they can break free of the armed guards and start to attack you anyway while the armed guards do nothing. Someone in the discussions had mentioned that the, like, infected managed to get, like, stuck between 2 guards and just, like,
Comes out okay.
stay there for a good while.
I hope it comes out okay.
Anyway, there's also a 5th tool that
Yes.
I didn't actually wind up using during the demo.
Watering time.
I was ready to use it if I felt like I had to, but I didn't wind up using it. There's a syringe that you can inject someone with and tell with 100% certainty if they are or are not infected. When the quarantine was full, if I had found someone else that, like, could potentially be infected but maybe not and would be quarantined, I was prepared to just use the syringe on them.
Oh.
Strong, okay? All right.
I figured that would be a good usage of it, because apparently it's a very rare tool and there aren't many of it, the game tells you when you get it. But it's like, yeah, if you just equip someone with one of these, my job becomes basically pointless. So it looks like that there are plans for having an endless mode built into the game. So, like, if you beat the game, then you can just keep playing. Why is this just not spawning things? So that could be fun. And there's also... I don't think it's necessarily plans for it. Probably not, really. But I think it could be funny with multiplayer. Imagine just having, like, 4 people running around all trying to diagnose the same person. Hey! They put a wrench on the table! Is a wrench considered a weapon? Hey! This fellow's just carrying around a big old pumpkin, but I shined the UV on light and it has a splotch. What do you do about a splotch on a pumpkin? As it turns out, that means they're infected. I guess.
You know, I will say when you'd originally described it to me, you said it was supposed to be like Papers, Please, except like zombie apocalypse, blah blah blah.
That's what
Except,
I thought it was.
well, the thing is, with Papers, Please, like the goal, kind of changes, like from day to day. Whereas in that one, it's always the same. Let clean people in, kill off people who are infected, and quarantine anyone you're not certain of.
To be fair, this was just a demo.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, in Papers, Please, like, the overall goal is the same, right? Like, allow certain people in, keep other people out. Arrest people who are dangerous.
However, the thing is, the criteria for what allows someone in changes.
Yeah, I mean, even in the demo, like, you didn't see it because you only saw day 7. You unlock the tools over time.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if there's only going to be those 5 tools in the full game, or if there's going to be more and the demo just shows off the 5 that they have ready.
I hope it comes out okay.
I mean, I more just mean, like, say in Papers, Please, like, there is a political situation going on, so on some days you might not let in people from a certain country.
Yeah, or you might need to take a special action. Only let in people from Aristotle.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, visitors can come, but they need an entry permit. And it gets to the point where it's like, everyone needs like 5 pieces of paperwork to enter in, plus a passport, and it's like... Someone tries to come in, it's like, hey, there's only 4 pieces of paperwork and your passport, where's the fare?
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh yeah, sorry, here it is. It's like, you wasted me, like, 10 seconds.
I hope it comes out okay. Nice.
But I really like that this game isn't, like, super fast-paced, that it's just actually...
Yeah, that is the one thing with Papers, Please, is that you do have a time limit.
Yeah. But with this one, you also have resource management to deal with. And because it's like, oh, hey, the survivors, well, it's not like they're going to be evacuated every day. So they will just sit in the survivors' encampment. Well, their tents need electricity for some reason. Survivors need food. That's reasonable. Only 3 people are allowed to sleep in a tent for some reason. I don't know why.
Even though they have 4 beds.
The 4th bed is for the entertainment center, I guess. That's why they need power.
I hope it comes out okay.
Yeah. So I just hope that, like, in the full game, there's a little bit more explanation about stuff, and I hope that you'll be able to, like, look up the information. Because, like, if you happen to miss one of the many tutorials, and it's just like, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to... What am I supposed to do if, like, there's a blotch on something? Or it's like, what items count as, like, weapons and what don't?
I hope it comes out okay.
Notably, if someone does try to bring a weapon in, you're supposed to confiscate the weapon, but that does not disallow the person from entry. If a person is, like, otherwise totally fine, they just try to bring in an assault rifle, yeah, you just let them in. However, it is possible for something that someone tries to bring in to disallow them from entry, period. Well, you know, to disallow them from being safe. And there's, like, a metal detector set up, and so it's like if someone's bringing through metal, it'll, like, beep. And that's just like, oh, hey! So, tutorial specifically says, oh, pay careful attention, especially to people who beep when they go through the metal detector, because they might have, you know, stuff you have to keep an eye out for. And sure, weapons tend to be metal. You know what doesn't tend to be metal? That is a, like, red flag that someone is infected that they could be carrying.
What?
Zombie parts.
Zombie parts.
Yep. The very first person who came through with the bag was carrying, like, a zombie hand and a zombie skull. At the very least was carrying, you know, disembodied bloody hand and, like, a bloody skull. And for the weapons, you're still supposed to, like, click on them and click, like, confiscate. But it also says that for, like, zombie parts, do not touch them. So now I'm wondering, like, what if you do just confiscate the zombie parts? Like, do you just, like, get a game over because you get infected? Is there going to be, like, an ending to the game where it turns out it's like, oh, because you've been dealing with people who are infected for so long and you wear fingerless gloves, you wind up getting infected too, and you're not allowed to be evacuated, and, like, you have to be, like, you wind up getting sent to the liquidation room.
Oh, great.
Surely the full game is going to be, like, a non-standard game over when you get infected. Surely.
I hope it comes out okay. Watering time.
Unless that turns out to be the true ending.
Real big and strong, okay? Real big and strong.
Okay?
Like, for the exact reason that you just said, you've been spending so much time directly interacting with the infected.
Yeah, and then you just... Oh, by the way, just imagine, though, playing through the game, you know, there's armed guards, not necessarily everywhere, but, you know, everywhere. And you just notice one of the armed guards now has green skin.
I hope it comes out okay.
Like, one of the armed guards themselves
I hope it comes out okay.
winds up getting
Real big and
infected.
strong, okay?
So you have to pull your gun on someone who has an assault rifle.
Watering time.
Also, when people, like, come by and they
Comes
put,
out okay.
like, put their bag down and you can search through it for stuff, you can find, like, golden items. Like, the first person who came in, and this is probably going to be the same, like, for everyone who plays through the demo, the first person who comes through with the bag, they have a weapon, I think, like a rifle or something.
Okay.
They have, you know, the zombie body parts, and they also have, like, a big model truck. Like, you saw the size of, like, the backpacks, right? We got to see one of the backpacks. This model truck's, like, twice the size of a backpack. And gold.
Sorry, did you say gold?
Yeah, gold. Sometimes people just bring, like, golden, so, like, shining golden stuff, and you can totally confiscate that for free.
I hope it comes out okay.
I assume you get money for it.
Nope. You don't lose money for it, though. If you confiscate a weapon, you get money. If you confiscate something that isn't a weapon, you lose money.
Watering time.
If you confiscate a gold thing, no gain or loss of money.
I hope it comes out okay.
Just trying to, like, mentally, like, understand how that works out with the confiscating stuff affecting money. Like, if you confiscate a weapon, like, the government, like, you sell it off to someone for some profit or something. Whereas if you confiscate, like, a book or whatever, you have to pay the person who owes it. Who owned it. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna be taking this assault rifle. Jim over there is gonna pay me $100 for it. Which I'll use to buy food for you. Now get yourself in the camp. This armed guard will show you to the survivor's camp.
Real big and strong, okay?
Using your rifle to intimidate you, yes.
Strong, okay?
So in Papers, Please, you need to use the money to feed and heat your family, as well as, like, a few other events that happen to...
Yeah, you need to cover rent, food, and heat.
And if the family gets sick, medicine.
Yeah. Generally, the best thing to do, well, first of all, you always have to pay the rent. But,
alternate food and heat.
Strong, okay?
no, always keep heat on, but just food every other day.
I hope it comes out okay.
Oh,
Basically, the
always keep
heat
on.
being off can directly lead to someone being sick.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was told to, like, alternate both of them. I think I heard someone once say, like, oh yeah, don't pay for food or heat. Let people, and when only one person is left healthy, or when one person is left alive, give them food and heat. And that's you know, a bit morbid. But anyway, in this, whoever zombie papers, please game. Zombie, please. You use the money to pay for food, gas, and medicine for the survivors.
I hope it comes out okay.
As well as paying the upkeep cost of having... upkeep cost of the base. For some reason it costs $150 a day for upkeep. I don't know why. Extra $100 a day just to have survivors there. $300 a day to have the quarantine there. It's good. It's like $300 for one, but like $600 for like four or something. The numbers don't quite add up. It's weird.
I hope it comes out okay.
But also, you can upgrade stuff.
I hope it comes out okay.
Here you can upgrade some of your tools, or you will be able to. That's not in the demo. And every once in a while, there's like a zombies attack day. And you can upgrade... So you can upgrade your drone to have more special abilities or more types of guns.
Grow big and strong, okay?
Or you can like hire like extra soldiers to also help shoot zombies, because that's rather useful. That's rather interesting, because like when the evacuation happens, I was assuming it'd be like helicopter. No, it's like an armored truck type of deal.
Yeah, that does make more sense.
But, like, okay, so, for some reason, evacuating people is a puzzle game. Why is my encoding overloaded? Calm down. So, okay, they send 2 trucks, and the idea is that instead of turning down video settings or using something and all you want to. Let me guess, my computer's using up, 92% of CPU, I noticed that. Can I close my internet browser and save just a little bit of stuff? Wait, what is using up so much CPU here? Sort by CPU? The highest is Rune Factory and Discord and Windows problem reporting.
Huh.
Windows problem reporting was using 7% of my CPU. These numbers in Task Manager do not add up. 100% CPU. Why? Also, where's OBS? OBS is not on my list of stuff. Task Manager does not have OBS on the list. I don't know what's going on with OBS. I do not know why it's not there.
Is OBS actually running?
I'm seeing OBS running. OBS is
Okay.
on. OBS is recording. It's recording, like... It's probably recording 1 frame every few minutes because the encoding is overloaded, because it by itself is probably using 70% of my CPU. At times. It alternates, it like moves between like 60% total CPU and 100%. So, OBS by itself winds up taking up anywhere from, let's say, 30% to 70% of my CPU. Why? I have no idea. Anyway, I was saying stuff. Right. So yeah, the game is interesting. Using a faster encoding preset. Hold on a moment. Okay. I changed to a faster encoding preset. And we'll see... And 100% CPU immediately. Why is it at 100%? Good question. No idea. But notably, OBS is not saying, hey, your whatever is over and burdened, whatever. So maybe it's not a slideshow anymore? I don't know, and I won't know until I check this video out after the fact. Woo.
Actually, it's a spreadsheet.
No, encoding overloaded. Consider turning down video settings or using a faster encoding preset. Alright. Okay, I stopped streaming the game to Azura. 58%, 62%, 75%, 87%, 98% CPU, 100% CPU. No change.
Huh.
This time, streaming over Discord did not affect that.
Huh.
I've checked Task Manager with other games and it doesn't seem to care as much. Specifically Rune Factory 5. And specifically only started recently. Then I'm thinking, like, does my computer have some sort of, like, a virus or something? Like, is it secretly mining, like, Bitcoins or Ethereum or Doge coins or whatever? Like, but that would use more memory. And to be fair, more memory is being used up than should be. Anyway, whatever. So, zombie game. It seems nice. I am a bit nervous about the propensity of the civilians to just start to, like, attack the player. I kind of want to play through the demo again just to see, like, what happens if you get infected.
Mm.
Oh god, yeah. It's really rather, like, heartbreaking of a sight, because, like, you spend so much time, like, checking out these people and stuff that, like, you want them to be good and all that. And then you just see, like, you know, you go to check out quarantine one day and, oh no, there's just a zombie here and everyone else is dead because they've been stuck in quarantine with a zombie. And none of the armed guards do anything about this. So it's just up to you to, like, just cleanse the area. The curtains get drawn, some smoke fills the room. Once it's done, there's no more blood, no more bodies, no more zombies. It just resets the room. The curtains get drawn because they don't want to have to animate everything just being deleted. It's like, people's like, oh no! My children came through here yesterday, even though there are no children in the game, and there are no plans to include children in the game, because if they include children in the game, it'll be really difficult for their ESRB rating.
Yeah.
Because, like, you can show stuff like adults being killed and whatnot, but you can't show, like a child in these sorts of settings, and because there is, you know, possibility of, like, death and all that, even just having a child character in the game, I think, could affect ESRB rating. Let alone if a child, you know, could be infected, could be a zombie, could be killed. So you're turning down video settings or using a faster encoding preset. Alright, output. Video. Huh. I think I might have found the answer to why why this has been going so bad.
Oh?
Base canvas resolution. You want to guess what the base canvas resolution is?
A lot higher than your monitor size?
5150 by 2897.
That sounds pretty big.
I mean, it's more than 4K, right? Like,
You're big and strong, okay?
I wonder when it got set to that.
You're big and strong, okay?
and by none of the other games have apparently had this much such of an issue.
It's only with your preset for Rune Factory?
I mean, this shouldn't be part of the preset. This should just be, like, the settings for every recording should use these same, like, general settings. I don't know why it's only been an issue for Rune Factory. That's as far as I've noticed. I guess in Rune Factory, I'm more likely to look at OBS and see, like, what's going on here. As opposed
because
to
the stuff you're
things.
doing in-game isn't as
It is
different or
very
high energy to need your attention all the time.
Yeah, so I'm more likely to, like, glance over at OBS to see, okay, how far are we into the recording? And then that's when I notice stuff like, oh, hey, encoding issue. Like, that could have been said on the other games. I just didn't notice because I was actually invested in them. Even playing, like, claustrophobia.
Yeah.
So, there's this thing that you can... So, in VR, you can play Minecraft. I haven't really gotten it to work, but I haven't really tried that hard to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
What I want to know is, can you do mods in VR Minecraft if it's just, like, it, like, ports and, like, whatever translates directly to VR?
I mean, okay, like, is this an option you can do, like, from, like, after launching Minecraft, or...?
No, it's... I don't know, because I haven't managed to make it work. I think it's, like, a thing in VR, but maybe it's a thing that you connect to the computer for to do it?
Because if it's something in VR, then I would guess that that's Bedrock.
Yeah,
you can't mod.
Yeah, if you could get Minecraft Java in VR, and thus could get mods and mod packs in it, that could be really interesting. Just... we go to do our, like, Divine Journey 2 or whatever, and then it's... I'm just there like, oh, hello, Azura. How are you? It's like, Claire, why are you moving your arms like that? That's weird. It's not normal. Stop it. But just imagine...
Claire, put away your lightsaber. Put away your lightsaber! I still find it so funny that, I can damage you if I'm just, you know, if I'm a little patient, but the only way you can damage me is with your blind bandit.
Yeah. So, Minecraft, Tinker's Construct, using it in Divine Journey 2. I don't remember which part it was that added it in, but, like, if you attack someone with the weapon with this material on it, then there's a possibility of an NPC known as the Blind Bandit to just pop out and start attacking your target, or anyone who attacks you while it's around. So I put that on my shuriken. So if I throw it at, say, Azura, the shuriken doesn't deal any damage to her, like, over 1,000 armor. But the Blind Bandit comes in and starts actually just hurting. I don't know, maybe the Blind Bandit ignores armor. Maybe that's it. It does, like, 2 damage at a time, but it ignores that.
I hope it comes out okay. I hope it comes out okay.
By the way, if you're wondering, Claire, I decided to get myself a little treat.
Uh-oh.
I hope it comes out
I ordered from Boston Pizza.
Oh my god.
That actually took me, like, more than an episode of Milo Murphy to decide what I was going to get as my actual, like, main course.
Ooh,
because the main reason that I ordered
pizza
from Boston Pizza was because of the treat. I got myself a slice of chocolate cake.
Oh god. You know what I want? Again, I haven't had... I saw that OBS. You know what? I haven't had it for years upon years upon years. I want that Mile High Mud Pie thing again.
Mile High Mud Pie?
It's a dessert. I forget what restaurant it was from. But yeah, my parents would sometimes bring me there, you know, like 20 years ago. I think we went for my birthday once. And one of the desserts they had was like the Mile High Mud Pie. It was probably like 8 or 9 inches tall, which, you know, is pretty tall for a dessert. And I don't know if we ever actually managed to finish it, even working together as a family.
Was it the Mountain High Mud Pie?
It could have been, but we always called it the Mile High Mud Pie.
Okay, because I have some good news and bad. If it was the Mountain High Mud Pie, the good news is I have identified what restaurant it is.
The bad news is they're out of business.
Well, they at least don't exist in Alberta anymore.
Was that the one with like the paper on the table so you could like draw on the table?
No. Red Robin.
Wait, Red Robin? No. No. It wasn't. Wait, Red Robin? One of my cousins used to work at Red Robin. I think a second cousin did as well. No, this wasn't Red Robin. Now, what was that restaurant? Or what is that restaurant with, like, the paper so you can, like, draw on the table and stuff?
I hope it comes out okay.
Like, the server would come up and, like, pull out, like, a crayon. It's like, oh, yes, I am Misty, and write it on the table.
Watering time.
And, like, now that I'm thinking about it, just imagine someone who worked there for, you know, some amount of time gets a job as, you know, waiting tables in a different restaurant. Hello, pulls out a crayon, draws, like, directly on the table. I'm Misty! Like, what a flex.
I hope it comes out okay. Watering time.
Oh, God. And now I'm just remembering earlier today when we were mid-recording on Zoom Beanies. I got a phone call. So I was like, okay, scrambling. Pause the recording. The game made it seem like something was happening in real time, so I was like, pause the recording, and pause the game, and pick up the phone, and mute myself on Discord in case this call is, you know, too personal. You know, while the phone is ringing, get a call. It's like, oh, hello. Yes, hello, what is up? And so is there like, oh, what's going on? What are you doing? Because I didn't also have time to like take off my earbuds, so I could still hear Azura being confused about what was going on. While I'm trying to handle like 4 things at the same time. And it's like, oh yes, I am here. I need you to come downstairs real quick. I'm like, fine, I've already paused everything else. I'll be right down.
Was it Montana's?
Could have been Montana's. That does sound familiar.
At the very least, it looks like Mile High Mud Pie is something that they used to have. And I say used to because it doesn't appear to be on their menu anymore.
No. Yeah, the thing probably had like a day's worth of calories.
I hope it comes out okay. Watering time.
But, right, I was trying to make a point earlier. Minecraft in VR, play the claustrophobia mod pack, but play it, like, in a room of appropriate size.
Oh, God.
Like, map it out so, like, as you literally move around... It's like normally in VR games, you, like, move a thumbstick to, like, move around a space, because usually the game world is bigger than the real world. But no, since this is so small, have, like, those VR cameras to, like, watch you. and map, like, your position in the space to the actual position in the claustrophobia.
You're big and strong, okay?
Claire,
Yeah. Hi.
you are literally insane.
No. No, 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 no.
I hope it comes out
Like, I've
okay.
tried telling you over and over again, and really, I expect a different result this time. I am not insane.
Ha, 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 ha.
I'm glad you liked my joke.
Watering time.
What makes you think I liked it?
You laughed. Much
Ha,
better than that weird joke that some people try to pass off in the one of the D&D games I'm in. It's like the game plays like every other Wednesday. Today, as of recording as always, it is Thursday.
Watering time.
Two of the players started talking as if there was a session yesterday, and when one of like the newer members to the party, like one of the newer players, is like, "Wait, I thought we didn't have a game yesterday. I was hanging out with a friend because we didn't have a game."
Watering time.
The older player says like, "Oh yeah, we had a session. Your character died," and like just went on. But it's like, yeah, you know, the DM just kind of had to do it. They just had your character jump into the mouth of the squid. They just rolled really well and just one-shot your character. And then we killed this squid and cut it up and ate it. Well, everyone except for your character did.
You're big and strong, okay?
Yeah, we really thought that we... Seriously, why?
this actually happened?
What happened was they had claimed that that had happened.
So they were trolling you.
I hope it comes out okay.
No, not me. A different player.
Watering time.
Okay.
Yeah, they were trolling, like, one of the new players. Telling them... And, like, this isn't just a normal D&D game. Like, the character creation takes, like, all that time to normally make a character, plus an extra hour or two of the DM's own involvement, because, like, oh, as you level up, you get, like, stat points based off of, like, backstories. I could probably do a whole video just about the character creation homebrew method on it. And I think I did at one point.
I hope it comes out okay. You're big and strong, okay? You're big and
The end
strong.
result is that your ability scores are a bit higher than they should be. And you have something of a backstory to have worked through.
I hope it comes out okay.
Yeah. The new player got really upset at the other players for making them think that their character had gotten killed, so they just can't really play in this campaign anymore because they don't
I hope it comes out.
they don't want to go through the many hours of making a new character.
I hope it comes out okay.
Hmm. I really hope the fact that they were pranking was cleared up very quickly.
Yeah, it's cleared up, and then they didn't really apologize for it. It's like, oh no, we're hazing. That's just what we do with all the new players. Like, they didn't do that with me because they were too busy
You're big and strong, okay?
getting angry in character and maybe out of character
Watering
at the
time.
other new player at the time. Which is a story that I think that I'd mentioned with the party that notably hates the undead. And then the necromancer joined the team.
Okay?
You know, it's a funny story. Let's talk a bit about it again. Okay, so we have this party. I think it's like 3 players, but like one is like a DMPC, so basically the 2 of them. Was it already 3? Now included the DM? Oh, whatever. So there's these, like, the 2 of them. Notably, they hate the undead. The DM invited 2 new players, myself and the necromancer.
Comes out okay.
I'm just going to refer them as the necromancer. I don't know their name. Whatever. To join in.
Watering time.
Of course, we're not told stuff about, like, the party. Like, oh, hey, by the way, they hate the undead, so maybe you don't want to play a necromancer. So,
You're big and strong,
you know, we join in the game, have a bit of like roleplay stuff, go in, and we fight against like a group of enemies. Yeah, so was it my character and the centaur rush into combat while the necromancer stands back to, you know, like cast spells from a distance, I think it was. And I'm just gonna call them soldier. I don't know. Whatever. And the soldier, you know, doesn't have as much speed as our characters, but tries to join in the fight as well.
Okay.
After the fight, you know, the characters are all like, "Aha! We did it. We had a joyous victory. Oh, hey." Yeah, maybe next time you can be a little bit faster and join into the fray as well. Ha ha ha. You know, joking around and stuff. We won. None of us even got downed. We were fine. And the necromancer's all like, "Oh, well, if you're going to keep rushing into the fray like that, I won't be able to heal you if you get downed." The centaur is just like, "What? No. I don't need your help to heal me, because I'm not going to get downed in the first place."
You're big and strong, okay?
And then somehow the necromancer took that as saying something more to the lines of, "Unlike you, I'm not so squishy." And it's like, "Oh, you have slighted my honor," like, because of the perceived slight of, "Oh, well, I can handle fighting and you can't." It wasn't actually said, but apparently that's what they perceived. And so they're like, "Oh, well." And so they says like, "Oh, well, if you go rush into the fight again and I just so happen to hit you with one of my spells, I'm not going to heal you or even apologize." Which wound up leading to one of them challenging the other to a duel or something. Like, "Oh, well, if you attack me with your spells, like, I might just have to strike you down." It's like, "Oh, well, if you're going to try to strike me down, I'm just going to have to defend myself." So, next day in-game, Necromancer, it's like, you know, a party sleeps for the night, whatever. Next day in-game, the Necromancer comes back. They had animated the corpses of two of the enemies that we had fought the day before. And just were all, "Oh, well, if you're going to have to fight me, well, you said that you would potentially fight me if things got to that, so I just animated these things to defend myself and kill you with. If you're going to say that you might fight me, well, then I'll just have to kill you before you do." By bringing back these two giant zombies that we had just fought against before.
Oh, dear.
And then it's like, well, for starters, I wasn't going to attack you. I was just saying, like, hey, if you attack me with spells, I might, you know, attack you back. "Oh, well, if you're going to attack me, I'm going to have to kill you with my zombies." And then it went, like, out of character, like, hey, our party really doesn't like undead, like, and wouldn't, you know, that, like, tries to de-escalate. It's like, no, you said that, like, you said that your character would try to kill mine, so mine is going to try to kill you first. It's like, it got out of character talking about this. It's like, no, it didn't say that. It just said, like, you know, if you attack my character, I'll attack back. Well, if you attack my character, I'll kill you. Like, or I'll have my character kill yours. And it's like, explains, like, no, like, both our prime members really hate the undead. Like, that's, you know, we were just fighting undead and stuff. It's like, oh, well, my character's built all entirely around, like, using the undead. My character's, like, extremely squishy, and the only way my character could survive a battle is by like, summoning undead to do all the fighting for him. It's like, yeah, well, like, our characters don't like undead, and so if your character insists on bringing them around, like, our characters are not going to want to travel with yours. And then, the Necromancer and all of his lack of wisdom, it's like, "Oh, yeah? What about Claire's character? She's a ghost!" I'm just like, I was just like watching this happen in like the text chat, because I think there's like post game. No, I think this is like still in voice chat. I'm just sitting there like watching this drama unfold, and I'm just like, whoa! Don't have to bring me into it. It's like, yeah, well, at least that ghost's been like working with us and not trying to like do ghostly things to us. Like, okay, let's just let's just put my character on the back burner right now. That I know this isn't about me right now. This is about the three of you. Like, because my character isn't a ghost.
What was your character actually in that one?
Intelligent animated sword.
Yes.
You know, like Sensei?
Gotcha.
Except due to lore reasons, the DM and I agreed that it would be best if, like, that was, like, a secret kept from the world at large. Because if, like, you know, if people knew that there was an intelligent magic sword going around on its own, they'd try to take it and claim it for themselves. So so the sword uses minor illusion, major illusion? Minor illusion to make, like, a ghostly figure that acts as if, like, she is wielding the sword instead.
I hope it comes out okay.
Gotcha.
Watering time.
But because the illusion ability is specifically called out as being, like, a translucent, obviously not real figure. So I can't just make it seem like just an actual person with just some idiosyncrasies, but ghost could work fine. But it's like, this necromancer is being dragged down and decides to pull me down with him. It's like, hey, this character is a ghost. And then the person who was just giving the necromancer grief for using undead as weapons just went, no, she's fine. But you! And so, yeah, into this party that hates undead, the necromancer. So, was it the idea is our characters are adventurers, but there's like a job higher up, like workplace, whatever, that takes these adventurers and throws them into the world to fight against certain things. You know, like a guild. Basically like a guild. So this guy takes the undead, raises them, uses them to fight, under the interpretation of, if the guild starts running low on adventurers to keep throwing out their problems, they're going to take, you know, people who are like maybe 18 or 17 or 16 or 15 years old, make them adventurers and throw them at the problem and let children die. So by using undead as fighting tools, that means like more, you know, adventuring jobs can be done and less children will have to be put in danger.
Real big and strong, okay? Real big and strong, okay?
I do kind of find it funny that both of our characters utilize the, you know, let's use something non-humanoid to protect the humanoids. Except we are on, like, two extremely opposite ends of the spectrum on it.
Real big and strong, okay?
Oh, but also the necromancer sees the undead that he raises, like, as his own children, and that's why he wouldn't want to, like, take them apart before going on the road or just leave them back at camp. He would insist on bringing them along because they're like children to him, even though his whole thing is just using them as tools to keep the children safe. Yeah, I didn't quite follow that logic. So anyway, speaking of the undead, zombie papers, paper zombie, please. As a demo out, and apparently the full game comes out in like September or something, so you know that's going to be quite a while. And I'm glad that Azura's enjoyed watching it, considering her known displeasure towards zombie-related media.
Yeah. Yeah, the only zombie game that I ever think I enjoyed was the Walking Dead Telltale series. Which, I'll be honest, I've still not done more than season 2. And they've got like, what, 4 or 5 seasons now? What?
Telltale's Walking Dead series. That's actually like the second ever game that I did a Let's Play of, but I didn't actually finish it because like the video files basically all corrupted after a point.
So what you're saying is we should go through... Do you have all the seasons?
I think so.
It comes out
I think
okay.
I got them all on Steam at some point. Originally, I had it on, like, console, but then it was on sale on Steam at one point. I got it, and I tried to do a Let's Play of it with Chandra at one point, but we were, like, things were a bit, like, rocky with us trying to record.
Watering time.
And it just did not work out so well.
Was it also Bullwinkle?
No. Like, you know how, like, I don't like swearing and stuff? I think in the 3 minutes of recording we wound up doing,
I hope it comes out okay. You're big and
yeah,
strong, okay?
I mean, now I know Walking Dead is like an adult program and they swear and stuff, but it's like I know that I'm a bit, like, it was a bit much, like, so we just wanted to do something else, but yeah, we should totally do the Walking Dead Telltale series, but, you know, start from the beginning so we can,
Comes out okay.
because I only did, like, the first season. I wanted to do, like, a recording and stuff all the way from the beginning, and, you know what? Screw it. Open up web browser, open up the YouTube.
We're opening up
that.
YouTube in the middle of your video?
I'm looking at my channel. I want to see, date, first videos. Huh. Apparently the first series that I had uploaded on this was The Last of Us, a game that I played basically in a day. And that was back when I had, like, 15-minute videos. Because the uploading software that I had would only upload as much as 15 minutes at a time. So... And that's back in 2014, over 11 years ago. And then it was The Sims 3. And then Folklore. Wait, I thought I had... And then Frog? What? And then the Minecraft... I don't know what happened to... Oh, and then there it was. The Walking Dead. Episode 1 came out on June 6th.
Of what year?
2014.
And how many episodes did you complete?
Let's see. That's episode 1, episode 2. 3, 4, 5... 6 episodes. The scene in the parking lot where you have to, like, sneak around all the various cars and stuff, that was where I'd ended.
God, so you didn't even finish the first season.
I didn't...
Did you?
Like, I had finished
episode?
I finished the first season on my own, and then I went to record it, and things... No, I think I was recording while I was playing the first time, filmed it all, and then the footage after that point got corrupted. But I did finish the first season.
I mean, on your channel.
No, I did not finish... That was the last part that I have had on the channel. Oh, look, then there's Beyond Two Souls, another game that I played. I played the whole game basically in, like, one day, again. Gosh, remember those days where you could just play a game all day? Except the computer that I was using, way back then, the hardware and software that I had for recording the gameplay did not also record my voice, so I used Audacity to record my voice while I played the game. This did have a bit of a side effect of the voice recording having a bit of the game audio because I played it over speakers. But it's, like, not a major thing, and I tried using it for syncing. Turns out that wasn't a very good idea. Regardless, while doing the recording, my computer's, like, storage space completely filled up. So while the gameplay was still there, all of that Audacity recorded audio got deleted. So I think there's a solid, like, 1/4 of the recording where there's no voiceover. It's just the game. Because I didn't want to go and replay all those chapters of the game. I was just like, nope, I'm done. That's it.
I hope it comes out okay. Watering time.
Yeah, I noticed that, like, Audacity had computer had like filled up on space, so I went to delete some stuff, continued my recording. But all of that stuff that had, apparently if you're using Audacity and your computer fills up on space, it deletes like the entire thing. It doesn't like just end at a point. It removes all of it. Yeah, we should do... So, here's a question. If we were to record Telltale's The Walking Dead, so, would that count as something new or not? I don't think it would. But second, should we record it and have it set to upload on June 6th so it could be 11 years later?
God. I think it should count as something new.
It should count as something new.
I mean, only if we are committing now to play through the entire thing.
I think we could play through the entire thing.
Now the only thing is, because I know there's was it 100 days or something like that, which is semi DLC or something like that. I think that takes place after season 1, but before everything else.
Season 2?
Yeah.
So
I'm not certain.
Alright. So I remember like the feelings and stuff that I had while playing it, and people, say that's bad now because, I mean, it's been 11 years.
I hope it comes out okay.
But like at the time, it was like good and kind of heart-wrenching. So do we want to try to, do the perfect playthrough where we do everything right? Or do we want to like play through as if we're playing for the first time and don't know the consequences of our actions? Because like, yeah, there's choices to be made and like people to save over other people, whatever. But there's also like quick time events. I wish that there was an accessibility feature where you could just like pause the quick time events. It's like actually be able to read all of the things.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, do you want A, B, C, or D, or do nothing?
I mean, I'll say this, like, certainly not use a guide. Like, I'd say, like, just play through as we feel. I'm not planning to use a guide or anything. Yeah.
Although the one... Okay. I'll spoil one little part of it. In one little part, I'm not even going to give the right context for it. You run into a dining room full of people eating, like, food, whatever. And there's a quick time event of different things that you can say. And I remember, I think, like, when I played it, I had said, oh, it's people! And then someone comments, like, yes, there's people here.
God.
And, like, I went from, like, stressed that I had, like, chosen the wrong option to immediately laughing. It's people! Yes, Sean, there's people here. It's just like... Yeah, I just feel like if we try to do a thing where, like, we choose what, like, options to go for, which I think we'll wind up doing, like, deciding between us. But in, like, the quick time events, I'm probably just going... Unless you shout something out fast enough, I'm probably just going to go with a thing.
Yeah.
Whatever feels right at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the things where, like, it would be nice if we were playing together and, like, had, like, the keyboard between us or whatever. Like, one of us on keyboard, one on controller, so we could both choose the quick time events.
Oh, Jesus.
But, yeah. Games that have, like, the quick time events should have an accessibility feature that pauses them. Like Minecraft Story Mode should have a feature where you can just, like, all of those, like, timed events. Like, every single option is a timed event. Practically every single choice you make is timed. So if someone is, a child who can't read super fast, oh well, they choose to do nothing every time. Like, I literally saw, like, a Let's Play with a YouTuber who is an adult. Like, the story goes from narration to first choice immediately. And they completely messed up on that because they didn't realize the game was going to start with a quick time event.
Yep.
I actually remember in that game, there is a quick time event later on, but the game doesn't let you know that it's a quick time event. Like, there's no timer to it. But also, the quick time limit is like 15 minutes.
Huh.
Like, you go basically to a prison where you can save one person. Oh, no, was it? You go to a prison to save someone, but then it's revealed, like, someone has to stay in the prison. So you could choose basically person A or person B. Someone has to be left behind. But if you stay in that choice for like 15 minutes, the person that you rescued goes, oh, forget it. Takes both of them and leaves you in the prison. And no joke, YouTubers I watched, like, stressed so much over that choice, they almost got that ending.
Oof.
Because they wanted to save both of their teammates. And literally stressed about it for so long. Like, I'm sure the timer was, like, seconds away when they finally made their choice. But how hilarious would it have been if they had actually timed out on that?
Oh man, you know, I will say one thing that I find so funny, because one of the key things with the the tabletop game, not tabletop, whatever, with the Telltale games, but especially with the Walking Dead ones, is that pretty much every episode ends with a this or that choice, and you must choose. And yet, the very first episode, which already, like, the episode itself, like, already was groundbreaking, because I think that was the first, like, of the Telltale games. And especially,
yes.
like, yeah. And yet,
yes.
it was probably the most polarizing choice, because it keeps track of, like, everyone's choices.
Yeah.
Because
like 50,
almost
50?
everybody chose to save one person over the other.
Okay, without spoiling it, do those choices ever actually matter? Because I don't think that those choices ever do, in the end.
Sometimes they do. Like, well,
okay,
they affect, like, some conversation stuff going later on. But
yeah,
sometimes
you have to save one person's
choices
life over another. But I don't think any of those actually affect the ending.
I'm pretty sure they actually do.
Oh, okay.
There are a couple of them that absolutely matter.
I also remember,
I mean, yes.
like,
yeah, like you're right. It doesn't change the overall plot. Sorry, keep going.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil all this stuff, even if it is a really old game, and if it's already on the channel, and we both know what it is anyway. But also,
and I'm also being as vague as possible.
But also, okay, just to end off this video, there's that one part near the end, and I think you know where it is, like what it is I'm talking about, where you just feel awesome.
I believe so.
You know what I'm talking about there?
I think so.
And then, like... and it's like, yeah, why couldn't we have gone that part just, like, a bit longer? Like, I don't want that to be, like, an hour long, but I think it's, like, maybe a minute and a half. Like, they could have made that, like, a little bit longer.
Maybe.
But anyway, that's been, Rune's. Rune Factory Zombies. Oh! I hit the hotkey to try to stop the recording. But you can't... OBS doesn't recognize hotkeys when you have the setting windows open. And at that one settings window open, so I'd know, hey, after this recording, change this setting. So the OBS doesn't act so badly. And so, like, I hit my F10 key to stop the recording, and, like, nothing was happening. So I go to click on stop recording, and, like, nothing happens. I'm just like, Is my computer still broken? Hit pause, nothing happens. Sometimes to stop recording can take a while to stop. I once saw it take like 5 minutes to stop the recording. But hitting pause usually works. Hit pause and then stop recording, and even if it takes a while, it's still on that. But no, I just had a window open.